2021 first annual Capital City Invitational here at Binder Park. Jeff City Senior Thomas Rail, the senior all-stater, and then talk about coming off, 15:30 PR, ninth place finish at Gans Creek, and perfect conditions to run a fast time. And talk to me about running so fast at Gans Creek, ninth place in the gold, the top division, and in 15:30.
That was an exciting race. I had a lot of fun running it, and really a lot of us just kind of worked together, and it felt really good knowing that even after taking a little bit of time off to recover from my poison ivy, being able to lay down that solid of a PR, that felt really good. And then going into the next week of training, my legs still felt pretty dead, but I still put in solid workouts to help to hopefully lay down a faster PR coming up here at districts and state.
Yeah, and you followed that up last week at the fast. Well, it was rainy, but rain finally cleared, and you got the Camdenton invite in, and runner-up finish there, 15:45, second behind Rolla's Nathan Holsander. Talk about that finish and what your goals are for the rest of the season as you get 4 weeks left.
Yeah. So yeah, Camdenton was kind of threw me off a little bit because I was expecting to run it. I think it was like 9:30. Yeah. And we ended up racing it at 10:30. And that kind of threw me off from like drinking water standpoint, and also just sitting on the bus in a parking lot waiting for the all clear to go to the race. And going into it, we ran on the course a little bit. The course wasn't in too bad of conditions. There was just one really muddy spot, and I felt pretty good about it. And just racing against Nathan, he's a really good athlete. We compete in. Coming up for the last 4 weeks, I just want to get to my best to be able to do what I can at state and districts, and hopefully beat the guys that have been beating me, so I can do what I can. Sure. And where are you guys? You guys have been dropped down to Class 4 this year. Yeah. And talk to me about do you remember where districts are? Yeah, districts is in Bolivar, Missouri. It's a little north of Springfield. Yep. And I heard it's a pretty flat course. It's a college course, so
yeah, on the golf course there. Yep. And then if you're coming to your last 4 weeks of high school cross country, what are the biggest lessons that you've learned that you'll take away or even apply to your last few races here coming up?
Patience is a lot. This year I've been a lot smarter about my races, is what I feel like. I haven't been going out as fast except for at Gans Creek. But also it's just the family aspect. Like freshman year, it was a really big family, and then now my senior year it's a little smaller, but we're still close and we're getting closer. It's been a nice experience to be on this team.
Yeah, well, you had a phenomenal race today. Talk about today a little bit. A lot of hills out here, a lot of points where you look up and there's 70 meters up, and the grade is it feels like it's about 15% or more. What talk about running the course today, and talk about how the race played out.
Right. So I've actually I came from a parochial school, and I ran here twice each season
for middle school races.
Yeah, so I'm pretty used to the terrain and all that since we've run all the big hills here. It was a fun race. I enjoyed it. The hay kind of changed it up. We had to hurdle over hay bales, and that was fun. I enjoyed it. But the hills were kind of nasty though. Yeah. I'm happy with my time. With the weather and the wind, it was a beautiful day to be racing again. Yeah, and what was your time? I didn't miss. 16:29.
Gotcha. And yeah, some brutal hills and fun hay bales if you're feeling up to going over them. But
exactly.
Well, congrats on a great day today and a great season, and stay healthy and keep it up. Good luck the rest of the 4 weeks.
Yeah, thank you.
2021 first annual Capital City Invitational here at Binder Park. Jeff City Senior Thomas Rail, the senior all-stater who just missed all-state honors. Let's talk about 2 years ago as a sophomore. You helped the Jeff Jays to a sectional title and 8th place finish at state, if I remember correctly. 7th? 8th?
When? Junior year?
Sophomore year.
Sophomore year I got 27th.
Right, and team was what, 7th, 8th?
7th, yeah.
Talk to me what that was like, having a really good team and running with your brother and having that senior class that was so strong.
Right.
What do things stand out most about that sophomore year? Then you came up just 2 spots short all state.
Sophomore year was pretty exciting for a lot of us. We all felt pretty good about our season. In districts we felt really good about, and then sectionals we were a little nervous going into it. We didn't expect to win by as much as we did, and when we did, we were all very excited about it, and that really pumped us up for state. And then state didn't quite go our way, but we all gave it our best, and that's really what mattered the most to us.
How fun was it to have it to not only run your freshman and have such a good team your freshman sophomore year, but be able to run with your brother for those 2 years?
So I really only ran with my brother sophomore year, since he had the transferring thing where he couldn't run varsity.
Sure.
But it was neat getting to run with him, even though we don't always see eye to eye on things, but it's still a different experience.
Sure. And then you had a great junior season last year. What, ninth place finish in class 5? Tell me what that did for you, and being top 10 as a junior, what that was like.
That's pretty exciting for me. I beat a lot of the people I wanted to, and just going all state. My junior year was exciting for me, since sophomore year I missed it by like 0.1 seconds.
Yeah.
That was a little heartbreaking for me.
Sure.
But I came back stronger and put in the work, so I felt really good about my race last year at state.
And then you obviously stress fracture took most of your junior track season away. Talk about what that was like, and missing so much time with injury.
Yeah, that was hard for me. I didn't really know what to do, because that was really the season that coaches were looking at their athletes for this next coming year.
Yeah, for college.
In not having those times, and since most of my times are from freshman year, I feel like I could do better, and just missing it was just really hard for me, because still having to put in that work while in the pool or on the bike, and it's just hard for me to watch everyone else have great success while I was just kind of sitting on the sidelines.
Well, you missed a lot of the spring, a lot of training in the spring, and then I think you've missed, and you're having a phenomenal senior cross season, but you missed a lot of training time with the summer and even this fall. Tell me just about how you're run so well and so fast despite missing a lot of training time.
Yeah, I think what's been helping with my races has been during the summer I had a lot of recovery, and I think that really helped me get my legs under myself. And just, even though for when I was running, I was putting in the mileage and putting in the pace, and just that recovery helped a lot. So
really high quality miles then,
yeah.
and a lot of recovery to make sure you stayed healthy then, huh?
Yeah.